everyone, my name is Cynthia and I'm working with the Boys and Girls Clubs of San Antonio to help out SCISD's ACE Summer Program. Today's activity is called sitting volleyball. The objective of today's activity is to practice volleyball skills to develop perseverance. Although volleyball is traditionally played standing up, this sport gives everyone the opportunity to play. This is why people with disabilities play it in the Paralympics. The materials you will need for this activity are a volleyball or a similar ball. But if you don't have either of these at home, you can go ahead and use one of the balloons that were included in your kit. You will also need some tape. If you're going to be using an actual ball for this activity, I would recommend playing outdoors, but if you're going to be using a balloon and want to play inside, please ask for permission before doing so. Before we get into our game of volleyball, we will go over some of the volleyball skills, such as bump and set. Let's get to it. The first skill we're going to learn today is called a bump, which consists of passing the ball using locked forearms. Let me show you how it works. To do a bump, you want to put your arms in front of you and extend them and keep them locked like this. Create a fist with one hand and then use the other hand to wrap it around the fist. So you're going to keep it in this position for a bump. Now it's time to practice bumping the ball. So get your ball ready. We're going to toss it in the air and then bump it. If you have somebody with you though, feel free to ask them to toss it for you. So we're going to toss and then bump. Let me show you that again, but up close. So toss and bump. Just a quick tip for when you bump, you don't want to bump using your forearms. You want to bump using this area by your thumb. So you want to hit right here. Next, we're going to learn how to set the ball. To do this, you want to put your hands in front of you and create a triangle shape, like this. Then, when the ball is coming towards you, you want to use the fingertips to push the ball upwards. It's time to practice setting the volleyball. So toss the ball up in the air and set. Let's do that again. Throw, set. The last skill we're going to learn is how to spike the ball. This is using your fist over your head to hit the ball. So let me show you. Toss, have your fist ready, toss, and spike it down. Let me go over the 3 skills we just learned one more time. So the first, bump. Second, set. And last, spike. Now that we have learned our skills, we can finally get into our game of volleyball. This is where you'll need your tape. So get your tape ready, and you're going to want to tape it on the ground to act like a volleyball net. All we're going to do is create a straight line that will act like our net. The goal of sitting volleyball is to use all the skills we just learned, but while remaining seated at all times. You can slide back or scoot from side to side, but you cannot stand up. It's going to be a challenge, but it'll be fun. Even though we will be sitting down the whole time, the rules of a traditional volleyball game still apply. So you can only hit 3 times before hitting the ball over the net, and if the ball lands on the floor, it's a point. So now it's time to play. Volleyball is a sport that involves more than one person. But if you're alone on this, it's okay. I challenge you to see how many times you can set, spike, and bump the volleyball without it touching the ground while you're sitting the whole time. This activity sure broke in a sweat, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun too. Now I'm going to leave you with a few reflection questions to think back on. How do you think sitting volleyball is more challenging than traditional volleyball? What strategies did you come up with to be successful during the game? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!